How did Comecon handle industrial development? If you're curious about how the Council for Mutual Economic Assistance, or Comecon, managed industrial development among its member countries, let's break it down step by step. Comecon was formed in 1949 by the Soviet Union and several Eastern European countries to coordinate their economic development. Initially, its activities were limited to registering bilateral trade and credit agreements between member countries. However, after 1953, the Soviet Union and Comecon began to promote industrial specialization to reduce redundant industrial production, known as parallelism, in Eastern Europe. One of the key strategies was to assign specific industrial specialties to different countries. For example, Czechoslovakia became a leader in producing trams and jet trainers, while Poland focused on manufacturing light helicopters. This specialization was intended to make the economies of the member states more efficient and interconnected. Despite these efforts, there were significant challenges. The price systems used by the member countries were incompatible, as prices were set by individual governments and did not reflect market values. This made trade based on relative prices difficult, leading to a reliance on barter agreements instead. For instance, the Soviet Union would trade oil for manufactured goods from other Comecon countries. Under Nikita Khrushchev's leadership in the late 1950s, Comecon's role expanded to implement greater socialist integration. This included the creation of 10 permanent standing committees to facilitate coordination in industrial specialties. However, this integration faced resistance from some member countries, particularly Romania, which rejected the idea of specializing in agriculture. Comecon also established the International Bank for Economic Cooperation in 1963 to finance joint investment projects. This bank helped in financing large-scale projects, such as the construction of the Friendship oil pipeline, which supplied oil from the Soviet Union's Volga region to other Eastern European countries. In terms of specific projects, Comecon's plans sometimes conflicted with the innovative capabilities of its member countries. For example, in the 1970s, Czechoslovakia designed an advanced underground train, but due to Comecon's plans, they had to purchase older Soviet trains instead. This decision was more profitable for the Soviet Union but less beneficial for Czechoslovakia. Comecon's approach to industrial development also involved significant investments in developing countries like Mongolia, Cuba, and Vietnam. These investments were part of Soviet foreign policy and helped these countries achieve rapid industrial growth. For instance, in 1984, Vietnam and Cuba saw substantial increases in capital investments from Comecon, which contributed to their industrial growth. In summary, Comecon handled industrial development by promoting specialization, coordinating national economic plans, and investing in large-scale infrastructure projects. Despite the challenges posed by incompatible price systems and resistance from some member countries, Comecon managed to achieve some successes in integrating the economies of Eastern Europe and supporting the development of other socialist countries.